Hello friends, warm greetings from Eklave Academy. Today we are going to see the questions asked in NTA NET Computer Science question paper. So the question is, consider the following linear programming. Max z is equal to x1 plus 3x2 such that 2x1 plus x2 less than or equal 4, x1 plus 2 x2 less than or equal to 5, x1 comma x2 greater than or equal to 0. So the given options are 23, 9.5, 13 and 8. So in this problem, first we should identify the given objective function is maximum or minimum. So this is the maximum function. Okay. Then we check the constraints. So the first constraint is 2x1 plus x2 less than or equal to 4, x1 plus 2x2 less than or equal to 5, x1 comma x2 greater than or equal to 0. Okay. So we can solve this sum using simplex method or graphical method. In this video I am going to use the simplex method. Okay. So first we should remember, if the constraint consists of less than or equal to symbol, we should add the slack variables. Okay. If the constraint consists greater than or equal to means, we should subtract the surplus variable and add the artificial variable. So in the problem, the given two constraints are less than or equal to type. So we are going to add the slack variables here. Okay. So the first constraint is 2x1 plus x2 less than or equal to 4. So we are going to add the slack variable. So 2x1 plus x2 plus s1. So s1 is the slack variable here. So in the next constraint, x1 plus 2x2 plus s2. So s2 is the slack variable here. Okay. So now we are going to add the slack variables in our objective function. So z is equal to x1 plus 3x2 plus 0 s1 plus 0 s2. So now we are going to formulate these values into table. So before that we should know, so the optimality condition for maximum problem is, for max problem, Cj minus Zj less than or equal to 0. For minimum type problem, Cj minus Zj less than or equal to 0. Okay. So in Cj we are going to place the objective functions values 2, 3, 0 and 0. Basic variable means x1, x2, s1, s2, then solution. Then in basic variable, under the basic variable column, we add the slack variables s1 and s2. So initially the value for s1 and s2 is 0. So now we are going to substitute the value of constraints in the table. So 2x1, then 1x2, then s1. So 1, no s2 value in constraint 1. Okay, so the solution value is 4. In the second equation, x1 plus 2x2 plus s2 less than or equal to 5. So x1 is 1, x2 is 2, then there is no s1 value, then s2 is 1, then the solution is 5 here. Okay, now we are going to calculate the zj value. So CBI into x1. Okay, so 0 into 2 plus 0 into 1. So initially if we multiply any value by 0 means every value becomes 0. Okay, so the initial value of zj is 0. So now we are going to compute the value of Cj minus Zj. Okay, so Cj minus Zj. So Cj values 2, Zj values 0. 2 minus 0, 2. Next 3 minus 0, 3. 0 minus 0, 0 minus 0. For optimality checking, so what is the condition here? It is the maximum problem. So maximum problem means Cj minus Zj less than or equal to 0. Okay. Here 2 is not less than 0, then 3 also. Okay. So we didn't reach the optimal solution here. From these two values, we are going to select the most positive value. So most positive value means it is 3. Okay, so we should choose the column corresponding to that value. Okay, so it is our key column. Using the key column value, we are going to identify which one is the key row. Okay, so we are going to find the ratio 4 divided by 1. 4 divided by 1, 4. Next 5 divided by 2, it is 2.5. From the two values 4 and 2.5, which is the minimum value here, 2.5. So we are choosing the row with minimum value. So it is our key row. So this value is our key element. Key element. This is our key row. Okay. Then we should identify which one is the entering variable, which one is the leaving variable. So x2 is the entering variable. Then s2 is the leaving variable. Okay. With the help of this table, we are going to frame the next table. Okay. So again I am framing the next table. So CPI CJ PV. So in CJ we are going to place the objective function values we know already. 2300, then basic variable x1 x2 s1 s2, then solution. So here we are going to replace the entering variable with leaving variable. Sorry, in the previous table, which one is the leaving variable? S2. Which one is the entering variable? X2. So what is the cost for X2? 3. Okay. So now we are going to find the new values. Here I am writing the previous table for our reference. Okay. So 0 is 1, 2, 1, 1, 0, 4. Next is 2, 1, 2, 0, 1, 5. Okay. Then Cj minus Zj, 2, 3, 0 and 0. So this is our key column. This is our key row. Okay. So for calculating the new value for the key row is very simple. We just divide the key row values by the key element. Okay. So here, so what is the value? 1. What is the key element? 2. So the new value is 1 by 2. Then here 2. Then the key element also 2. So 2 by 2 is 1. Next here the value divided by the key element 0 by 2 0. Next the value divided by the key element 1 by 2. Next the value divided by the key element 5 by 2. Okay. So now we are going to calculate the new value for rows other than the key rows. Okay. So 2, 1, 1, 0, 4. So what is the formula for calculating the new value? So new value is equal old value minus corresponding key column value into corresponding key row value divided by key element. So what is the formula for calculating the new value? Old value minus corresponding key column value into corresponding key row value divided by key element. Okay. So which one is the first element here? 2. So new value for 2 is, so what is the old value? 2. 2 minus, so the corresponding key column value is, so the corresponding key column value is 1 because 1 is adjacent to 2. So 1 into, then corresponding key row value is 1. Then, so which one is the key element here? Key element is 2. So 2 minus 1 by 2. So what is the value for 2 minus 1 by 2? So that is 3 by 2. So here the value is 3 by 2. Okay. Then so we calculate the new value for 1. So which one is the old value? 1. the corresponding key column value also 1, then the corresponding key row value is 2, then the key element value also 2. So 2 into 2, then 1 minus 1, it is 0. Okay. So the next element 1. So new value is equal old value minus the corresponding key column value for 1 is 1. Then the corresponding key row value is 0. So divided by the key element 2. So 1 into 0 is 1. Then the answer is 1. Then the next element is 0. So 0 minus the corresponding key column value is 1. The corresponding key row value is 1 by key element 2. So which is minus 1 by 2. So next one is 4. 4 minus the corresponding key column is 1. Then the corresponding key row is 5 divided by key element. So 4 minus 5 by 2. So which means 3 by 2. So now we got the new values in our table. So now we are going to calculate the Zj value. So Zj value is 0 into 3 by 2 plus 3 into 1 by 2. So that is 3 by 2. Then 0 into 0 plus 3 into 1. So which is 3. Next 0 into 1 plus 3 into 0. So that is 0. Next 0 into minus 1 by 2 plus 3 into 1 by 2. So that is 3 by 2. So next 0 into 3 by 2 plus 3 into 5 by 2. So which is 15 by 2. So the next step is calculate the value for Cj minus Zj. So 2 minus 3 by 2. So 2 minus 3 by 2 means it's the value 1 by 2. Next 3 minus 3 is 0. 0 minus 0. Next 0 minus 3 by 2. Okay. So what is the condition for maximum problem? Cj minus Zj less than or equal to 0. Okay. So it is the condition now. So first element doesn't satisfy that. Okay. So we didn't reach the optimal solution. So among the values, which one is the most positive? 1 by 2. So we choose this one as the key column. So this is key column. Now we are going to find the key row with the help of key column. So 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2. So which means 3 by 2 into 2 by 3. So 1. Next 1 by 2. So 5 by 2 into 2 by 1. So which is 5. So between the values 1 and 5, which one is minimum? 1. So we choose the row S1 is the key row. So which one is the key element here? 3 by 2. So x1 is the entering variable. Then S1 is the leaving variable. Okay. Now we are going to formulate the next table with the help of this table. For reference purpose, I am writing the previous table here. So here the leaving variable is S1, the entering variable is X1. So value is 2 for X1. This is X2. So this one is the key column, then this one is the key row. Okay. So for calculating the new value of key row, we just divide the value with key element. So 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2 means the answer is 1. Okay, then 0 divided by 3 by 2 is, so that is 0. So next 1 divided by 3 by 2, so it is 2 by 3. Next minus 1 by 2 divided by 3 by 2, that is 2 by 3. So the value is minus 1 by 3. So next one, 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2, it is 1. Okay. So now we are going to calculate the new value for the row other than the key row. Okay. So first Calculate the new value for 1 by 2. So the old value is 1 by 2. Next, the corresponding key column and key row value, that is 1 by 2 into 3 by 2 divided by key element 3 by 2. So 1 by 2, 3 by 4, 2 by 3. So 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2, it is 0. So next 1 minus, so the corresponding key column value is 1 by 2, then the corresponding key row value is 0, then the key element is 3 by 2. So 1 by 2 into 0, 0. So the value is 1. Okay. So the next element is 0. Old value is 0. The corresponding column value is 1 by 2. Then the corresponding key row value is 1 divided by key element 3 by 2. So minus 1 by 2 into 2 by 3, which is equal to minus 1 by 3. So the next element, is 1 by 2. So the old value is 1 by 2. The corresponding key column value is 1 by 2. Then the corresponding key row value is minus 1 by 2. Then divided by key element is 3 by 2. So 1 by 2 minus, minus into minus plus, 1 by 4 into 2 by 3. 1 time, 2 time, 1 by 2 plus 1 by 6. Okay, so the 1 by 2 plus 1 by 6 is, so 4 by 6, which is equal to 2 by 3. So the last element is 5 by 2. So 5 by 2 minus, the corresponding key column value is 1 by 2. Then key row value is 3 by 2. Then the key element is 3 by 2. 5 by 2 minus 3 by 4 into 2 by 3. So 5 by 2 minus 1 by 2, 4 by 2. So 4 by 2 is equal to. Okay. Now we got the new values. So calculate the Zj value. So Zj value 2 into 1 plus 3 into 0. So that is 2. So next 2 into 0 plus 3 into 1. So that is 3. So next 2 into 2 by 3 plus 3 into minus 1 by 3. So 4 by 3 minus 1. So which is 1 by 3. So next 2 into minus 1 by 3 plus 3 into 2 by 3 minus 2 by 3 plus 2. That is 4 by 3. So the final one is 2 into 1 plus 3 into 2. So 2 plus 6, 8. Okay. The next step is calculating the Zj minus or Cj value. Cj minus Zj. So Cj, C is 2, 2 minus 2, 0. 3 minus 3, 0. Then 0 minus 1 by 3. Next 0 minus 4 by 3 minus 4 by 3. Okay. Now we check the optimality condition. So it is the maximum problem. What is the condition for it? Cj minus Zj less than or equal to 0. Here minus 1 by 3 is less than or equal to 0. Minus 4 by 3 also less than or equal to 0. So it satisfies the condition. So hence we reach the optimal solution in this iteration. Okay. So what is the Z value here? 8. So Z value is 8. So what is the value for x1? x1 is 1. Then what is the value for x2? It is 2. So for confirming the Z value, just substitute the x1 and x2 value in the objective function. So Z is equal to x1 plus 3x2. So x1 is 1 and x2 is 2. So 2 plus 6, 8. Okay. So here the question is, what is the optimum value of LP? So 23, 9.5, 13 and 8. So which one is the right answer here? 8. I hope everyone understand the concept. Thank you friends. If you like my videos, please like, share and comment. If you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe it. For further updates, you can join in the Telegram group. The link for the Telegram group is provided in the video as well as in the description box too. Once again, thank you all.